Ba ba da ba boo da ba 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 da boo ba bee da boo. What up? What up? What up? What up? How we do? How you do? How are you? All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see how I'm sounding really quick. Apologize. All right, sounding good. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to go to my YouTube channel to watch it on YouTube if you want to catch the full thing. If you tune in midway through, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Twitch so you can come in here live, talk to me with football, and just go to my other streams. I'm doing a bunch of Halloween spooky streams this month, playing some Resident Evil 7 and shit like that. So you can just come on by, and we had a cool Dead by Daylight stream yesterday. And come on by, talk to me about football. I love to talk about football. So the more I can talk about football, the happier I am. So come by during my streams if you're watching this on YouTube. So week 6 predictions. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, especially the first game. I'm gonna kind of give my reaction to last week's Giants game, which I didn't give a reaction to because I was kind of sick and I just wasn't really in the mood to do it. I'll do that now. And I just gotta say, overall, a lot of real close games. Last week, 6 for 15, so not that good. That's as good as my first week. Actually, it's the same record as my first week, 6 and 15. So 6 for 15 rather, 6 of 15. So that would be that'd be 6 and 9. So not that good. But, hey, I ain't perfect. What do you want from me? We were getting better, but a lot of tough games this last week. A lot of upsets. A lot of upsets. Like, who the fuck would have picked the Bills? Who would have picked all these teams? I don't know. The Browns, I wouldn't have picked. I don't know. Whatever. Not a good week, man. Not a good week. This week is a lot of close games. This week, I just have a feeling week 6 may be my worst week. I may only get 3 or 4 games right. Like, seriously. Like, I am going pretty bold with some of my predictions, and I just, some of these games are tough, man. Some of these games I think are going to come down to the last second. I don't know. A lot of teams proved themselves last week, so I don't know. We'll see. But the first game, New York Giants and Eagles. I'm sorry if you're an Eagles fan. I'm going to talk mostly about the Giants because I am a Giants fan. And I didn't talk about last week's game. Okay, let me just outright say this. The New York Giants, and I don't say this too often. I never say this. I think this is my first time ever saying this. The New York Giants won last week's game. I know they didn't actually win, but they won it. All right? The fucking refs fucking were terrible. I just gotta say that. They were atrocious. All right? They were terrible. Terrible calls. How do you not... All right, how do you call fucking... unnecessary roughness on that play when they with Landon Collins? They just fucking went after the ball. Nothing there. Roughing the passer call was terrible. How do you not measure where McCaffrey may be? How do you not even measure it when that was going to be fourth down? That could have cost the game if they didn't get that. Why do you not even measure that? God damn it. And then, of course, they lose off of the second longest field goal in history. Like, can you really blame the Giants? This is the first time I have not blamed the Giants for a loss in a very long time. They did not deserve to lose. They played extremely well. Beckham, this might be Beckham's best game ever. Like, honestly, maybe not. Maybe I can think of another game. I think he got 3 touchdowns one game. I think it might have been his first year, maybe. But I don't know. But Beckham is an incredible game. That throw for the touchdown was incredible. That trick play was, man, I love that play calling. And just overall, of course they made some mistakes. I didn't like how they were tackling some people, especially in the first half. And there's pocket presence is terrible. A lot of stuff I really didn't like. Eli Manning could have played better, but overall the Giants played very, very well. And they, in my mind, I know they didn't beat the Panthers, but what's important to understand is everyone else in the NFC East has 2 wins besides the Giants. Cowboys, Eagles, Redskins all have 2 wins, meaning the Giants are at most 1.5 game behind a team. So if they beat the Eagles this week, they move up, and I'm confident in the Giants. And I know people may say, how are you confident in the Giants now? They're 1-4, they're garbage. Listen, man, I would have said that with you 2 weeks ago, but if they continue playing like they did last week, they just got rid of Eric Flowers, Saquon Barkley, my fucking God. Saquon Barkley, no one is talking about him for Rookie of the Year. A lot of people are talking about other ones. I think that are really, really good. Trust me, I think there's really, really good rookies. But, man, I'm not even saying this because I'm a Giants fan. I think Saquon Barkley deserves, if he keeps playing like it is now, to be Rookie of the Year. 5 games. All 100 yards plus scrimmage. And the Eagles are really good at blocking, stopping the run game. So, if they can't do that if they stop, this is a test for Saquon Barkley. If he gets over 100 yards here, he's the real deal. And I think that, man, I know they're probably going to give it to fucking a quarterback because they always do. But Saquon Barkley, I mean, if Patrick Mahomes was a rookie, he'd absolutely deserve it. But he's not a rookie. It's his second year. Saquon Barkley deserves that, man. He is so fucking good. I do not regret getting him. Even if it means our quarterback get is a little bit behind, I don't even regret that. That guy, even if it takes us a few more years to get a good quarterback again, still, like, having him is, once we get our team together, holy, that guy, he's so goddamn good. He's so good. I really hope that he didn't get, I don't think he's playing in the game, but hope he's not a little too banged up after the last play. But I just, man, the Giants deserve to win that game, and that was the most heartbreaking loss ever. I'm not even lying. I'm a full-grown man, and I almost, like, tears almost came out of my eyes after that game because I was so happy. First time scoring over 30 points in 33 games? Like, everything, man. The Giants look so goddamn good. They didn't win. If they won that game, like, that'd be huge. If they won that game, and I think they're going to win this game. I'm saying it right now. I think they would be really, really good. Now, why do I think the Giants are going to win this game? Maybe I'm going to talking too much shit and getting my ass kicked. I don't think the Eagles are that good. I'm sorry. I don't think they do. They have a shit ton of injuries, man. They have a shit ton of injuries. And I just don't think their secondary is good enough, man. I think Beckham and Shepard all going to have big games. I don't know if Evan Ingram's coming back, but I think Olivier Vernon's coming back, which would be huge because if they can put pressure on Carson Wentz. The biggest thing is going to be if Eli Manning if the offensive line, Eli Manning, get their shit together and not get sacked. That's the biggest thing that could happen. If they can do that, I think they can definitely win this game. I think it'll be close. It's a divisional game. The Giants are at home. That's why I'm giving it to them. If the Giants were in Philly, no way will I pick them. I'm not even going to pick them. I will tell you right now, I will pick against the Giants when they play Philadelphia and Philly. Even if Philly is doesn't even win a game until then, I will still pick Philly because the Giants, Eli Manning, historically terrible in Philadelphia. So I'm going to go with the Eagles there. But they're at home. And, man, I just think after last week, they're mad, they're angry, they are fucking hungry, and they have the talent to win. I mean, last week proved that. Last week, I think, was their best, it was their best played game of the season, and they still lost. So, it's just a shame, man. Going with the Giants in this one, though. Still a close game, but I think the Giants will squeeze it out. Whatever. All right, Bucks and Falcons, two teams that are struggling really, really hard, especially the Falcons. Another team that's 1-4 that I think, the Falcons' offense, man, they're really good, but fuck, their defense is just hurt and broken up, and I think that gives the Bucks an opportunity if they had a good quarterback. Like, Jameis Winston isn't starting. I mean, Jameis Winston, rather, is starting. Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't. I don't agree with that. I don't think Jameis Winston's that good. I know they want to try to squeeze as much as they can out of him, but he's going to be gone by the end of this week, man. I don't have any faith in him, and I think this will end up being a close game, a very high scoring game by both teams because both defenses suck. But I'm still going with the Falcons. The Falcons have screwed me this year. I've picked them, I think, every single week. Have I picked the Falcons every? 1 sec. Let me see. Falcons. Let's see. Week 3. Did I pick the Falcons week 3? I didn't, and that's the week they won, too. Oh, no, I did. And they didn't win week 3. What about week 4? Did I pick the Falcons week 4? I did. I've picked the Falcons every week this week. From week 1, even including this week. From week 5 to week 6, I picked the Falcons 6 times, and they've only won 1 so far. It's just because, man, I have faith in them for some reason. I shouldn't have picked them last week. That was a really dumb decision by my part, but I did. But their defense sucks. But I still think they're going to beat the Bucs. A divisional game, I think they'll win. And after that, I'm probably never going to pick them again. All right, the Chargers and the Browns. Two franchises that have recently been terrible are now both good. I know a lot of people think the Chargers are really, really good. I'm not on that bandwagon yet. I both think they're actually about the same skill level, which makes this game very hard. The Giants game, the Falcons game are both very hard to pick, and this game is also hard to pick for me. I can't really tell you where I'm leaning on this one. I almost picked the Browns, I almost picked the Chargers, and then I didn't flip a coin, but I flipped a coin in my head, and I said, who's going to win? Well, the Browns are at home. That maybe you're making me favor them more. I like their offense. I really like their defense, but same with the Chargers. I really like the Chargers defense. And, man, I was looking at the scores, and the Chargers, or the events, the Chargers lost to the Chiefs and the Rams. Those are the best 2 teams in football. Can you blame them? The Browns have lost to the Raiders. They've lost to they tied the Steelers. I know Baker Mayfield wasn't in then, but still, they lost some games they really shouldn't have lost. So that's why I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I do kind of want to go with the Browns. I think they have a chance to win. This is a very close game. You can go either way. I just think the Chargers have not only more talent, but I don't know. I just think they have more potential. Like, I don't know. I'm going with the Chargers here. But the Browns have to prove themselves here. This is why I'm saying that I think I'm going to do bad this week. Because the Browns, this could go either way. I don't even know what the spread is on this. Probably the Browns, I guess, I would assume are favored by 3 or 4 if I had to guess. But I don't know, man. Hard for me to decide. Another one. Another one. Very difficult to decide. Colts and Jets. Both these teams the Jets looked incredible last week, and then they looked terrible. The Colts looked good a few weeks ago against the Eagles, and now they look bad again. Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to go with the Colts here. I know I keep picking the Colts every week, but I know Andrew Luck's hurt, but I just believe in him. And the Colts defense is actually good. Granted, the Jets have some incredible players on them. And again, just like the last game, the Jets definitely have a chance to win this game. And I do want people to say me picking against the Jets or me picking against doesn't mean I hate them. I'm not picking the Jets because I want them to fail. I'm not picking against the Browns because I want them to fail. I'm just going with my gut. And something is telling me the Colts is gonna win this game. I just think they have a stronger. I don't even necessarily think they have a stronger team. I just think they're more consistent. Like, even when they play games like not that good, they still score enough points. It's just like the coaching decisions, the play callings are pretty terrible. And Andrew Luck just can't throw down the field, which is, you need to have that in the league this year. But Sam Darnold, I think, will make plenty of mistakes. I just think the Colts are going to win this game. I just have that feeling. That's just me, though, maybe. Maybe that's just me. Another hard game, man. Seahawks and Raiders, two teams that I don't think are very good. Although the Seahawks looked very good against the Rams last week, despite having a lot of players out. Again, a divisional game. But they're not at home, which is why that would be a lock if they were at home. But this one's hard for me to pick. Looking at the Raiders' history and score, they did beat the Browns. But besides that, they've sucked against everyone. And I'm going with the Seahawks in this one. I know they have a lot of injured, but I have faith in Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson, I think I've said on here before, he is the most underrated quarterback in the league. Like, the only reason this team is 2-3? Yeah, 2-3, right? Because they lost week 1 and week 2, 1, 3, 4. Yeah, 2-3. The only reason I think this team is 2-3 is because of him. I predicted at the very beginning of the year during the summer, I predicted the records of each team, and the Seahawks I predicted to be the worst team in football with only 4 wins. Obviously now I would change that to probably the Cardinals with 4 wins, but I think I had the Cardinals pretty low too. And I'm kind of going against that because I just forget how good Russell Wilson is. He's so goddamn good, even with no one. A terrible offensive line, some decent receivers, but not really too spectacular. So many injuries. Earl Thomas out. Defense, Legion of Boom broken up. I'm still going with the Seahawks, man. He's just that good. And I don't have trust. The Raiders' defense is terrible, and I don't think they can keep up with Russell Wilson. It's still go either way, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks here. Panthers, Redskins. I don't know. The Redskins are a weird team because they show up and they beat the Packers, which may not be good. They didn't look good last week. But then they show up to the Saints, which granted a tough team, but they got blown out by the Saints. Meanwhile, I don't know, a weird team, man. Weird team. Very hard to predict. Carolina Panthers, I think, are solid. Yeah, the Giants did well against them last week, but I just think that's because the Giants are good, man. Or they played well. I do believe that, but whatever. They suck. All right, the Giants suck, but they have potential, and they showed that last week. But the Panthers still, man, their defense, Cam Newton, everything, they're on their team. They're just a solid team. I'm going to pick them. I think they have good coaching, obviously a good field goal kicker, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I just see them winning this game. I don't think the Redskins have that good of a defense. Like I thought they did, but maybe they don't. I don't know, man. I just think the Saints can destroy the Redskins and the Panthers can at least beat them. That's why I'm going to go with the Panthers here. Bills and Texans. This is closer than it should be. I kind of wanted to just go with the Texans immediately, but the Bills did beat the Titans last week, which Granted, I have picked against them. It's fucking Titans. We'll get them into a second. But whenever I pick the Titans, they lose. I picked them twice and they lost. And the 3 times I picked against them, they won. So it's like, what the Titans? Get your fucking shit together, please. Maybe I should get my shit together. But Texans, Bills. I don't know, man. I want to go with. I don't know. The Bills actually have a good defense and they have some good parts, but. I don't know. I'm just never convinced, man. Like, I'm just never convinced with the Bills. They're definitely not the worst team in football anymore. They're probably in like they're in the top 25. They're probably around 25, I'd say. They're actually not terrible anymore. They could actually have gotten their shit together. But the Texans are getting hot too, and that's why I'm going to go with them. They just beat the Cowboys. Should have picked them last week. That was something I regret doing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Texans' offense still is struggling a little bit, but their defense is solid as ever. And they have big plays. They always have big plays, especially with like Watson and stuff. So I don't know. I just see the Texans winning this one. They're more of a solid team. If the Bills win this one, I would actually probably consider picking them more. But for now, I'm going to go with the Texans. Cardinals, Vikings. The Vikings have seemed to finally get their shit together being the Eagles. That might just mean the Eagles suck. Who knows? But Kirk Cousins looks great. Thielen looks great. Their defense is still a little meh. At least like with their offense, like their offense is definitely outperforming their defense, which has not been the case for a while. The Cardinals finally got their first win, but I mean, it was against the 49ers, so does that mean anything? No. I'm going with the Vikings here. That's it for that one. I don't have much to say about this one. I don't think the Cardinals are that good. I think the Vikings are all right. They're a better team. I think they'll win this game. Not really too much of a problem. Although they did lose against the Bills, so they actually could lose this game, but maybe the Bills are actually good. But anyway, sorry. So Steelers and Bengals. I finally picked the Bengals and they finally win, so thank God. Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are good. I saw something where the Steelers were ranked. I think they were ranked like top 10. They were ranked like 8 or something or 9, and that's fucking laughable. All right, that's laughable. They just beat the Falcons. Yes, they destroyed them, and the Steelers have a great offense. I cannot deny that whatsoever. But they just fucking wrecked a fucking Falcons defense. Like, what the fuck? No, get out of here. Get out of here. They're not that good. And I think the Bengals are good. I think the Vikings aren't number 9 and number 8. The Bengals are. They actually might be even higher than that. The Bengals are fucking good, man. They came back against the Dolphins last week. Even when they lose, they're looking good, man. They just look good. When they lost a couple weeks ago. They just look good. And I just don't have the faith in the Steelers, man. I know this is a divisional game, could go either way, and this is a little tough, but I'm going to go with the Bengals, man. I think they had that defense, man. And I know this is an offensive game now, but the Bengals also have the offense, so I'm going with the Bengals in this one. I think they're going to win this one, and this will kind of set them on the path to win the division. They really just have to win a few easy games. I'm looking at their schedule, a few easy games, and they can honestly win this division pretty easily. I'm picking them as a division winner, and I think if they win this game, they definitely are, because not only did they beat the Ravens, but they also beat the Steelers. No, not Steelers. Did they beat them? No, they didn't play the Browns. Oh, they only beat the Ravens. No, they didn't play the Browns yet. Sorry. I'm thinking of a different team. But they beat the Ravens. They destroyed them. If they can beat the Steelers, then I think they're pretty set to win this division. This one's actually not hard. This is actually one of the easy. I think one of these teams matches up well against the other. I think the Dolphins are all right. They're all right. They're okay. They're average, maybe a little bit below. But, they have some good players and they have some moments. But listen to me. The Bears are coming off a bye. That's a good thing for them, I think. And they are the real deal. Trubisky just threw, 6 touchdowns? I know he's still struggling a little bit. But their defense is fucking solid, man. I'm going to pick the Bears in this one. And you saw New England fucking stuff the Dolphins, and I think the Bears have a way better defense, way better players, way better everything when it comes to defensively. So I think the Bears are going to fucking smush the Dolphins. I think they're going to win this game pretty convincingly. The Bears are the real deal, and they're on pace to win the division just like the Bengals, which I like seeing. I like seeing teams that haven't won a division either in a long time. That's I hate them, but I haven't won them in a long time, and I kind of want to see the Bears win. So there you go. All right, next game. Rams, Broncos. Where am I at here? Sorry, I gotta keep an eye on this. Rams, Broncos. Yeah. Rams are the best team in football. Still, I know they're just the best team in football. And the Broncos looked... they looked alright against the Chiefs, but that was a divisional game. And they looked terrible against the Jets. And I guess that Broncos defense isn't what it is, especially their secondary. And if you don't have a good secondary against the Rams, ooh, you're fucked. I know they have some injuries on defense and offense now. I think Kupp and Cooks both got injured. I don't know if they're eligible. What's going on with them, but even without them, they still have Gurley, and I think they're going to win this game pretty convincingly. I'm going with the Rams in this one. Sorry, Broncos. Ravens-Titans. This one, another tough one, man. A lot of tough ones. This one, the next couple are, maybe they're not. Actually, no. There's only 2 more tough games, but this one's actually one of the toughest ones to pick because I think both these teams. If I had to pick 2 teams, both these teams lost last week. All right, against I think teams that are worse than them. Right, and I think these teams are at the exact same level. I would tie these teams at like number 12 or 13, like overall. If I had to rank every team, I'd rank them at like 12 and 13. I would tie them. These 2 teams are tied. Like they're as good as each other, which is pretty good. They both lost last week. The Titans are at home, which makes me want to pick them a little bit more. But fuck, whenever I pick the Titans, they win. Whenever I pick the Titans, they lose. Whenever I pick against them, they win. So Titans fans, you should be happy because I'm picking against them, so maybe they'll actually win here. I'm going with the Ravens here. I think, I just think even though they lost last week, they only scored, 9 points? Or 6 points even. That is pretty terrible against the Browns. I think they're just overall I don't know. That was a divisional game, man. I think they can come alive. And win this game. Going to be a close one, though. I just don't have faith in the Titans, I just don't have faith in them, man. Like, I just can't rationalize them winning. Like, I think they have a good defense. And I think they'll hold the Ravens down to a low-scoring game, but I just don't think they have the offense to finish games, and I think the Ravens do. So, I don't know, man. I'm just feeling the Ravens on this one. But could go either way. And because I picked against them, they're going to win. Jags and Cowboys, this is probably actually the easiest game out here to pick. The Cowboy, I know the Jags got pretty destroyed last week against the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs are one of the best teams in football. I still think the Jags are a top 5 team, top 6 team. They're up there. They lost against the Chiefs. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. All right. Like, they lost against the Chiefs, and they were in Kansas City. Like, I think everyone's freaking out about nothing here. I think the Jags are a much better team than the Cowboys. They just got destroyed by the Texans. I think the Cowboys are one of the worst teams in football. I think if they lose this week, which I think they're going to, they'll be honestly a bottom 5 team. Like, they look terrible, man. Like, I think they're a little bit better than the Giants right now, but not much, man. Not much. They're not that good. They do have Ezekiel Elliott, but Dak Prescott just so inconsistent. I can't pick the Cowboys anymore, man. I can't do it. I so regret picking them. They looked very good against the Lions because Ezekiel Elliott went off, but the coaching, the play calling is terrible, which I like because I fucking hate the Cowboys, but I can't pick a man. The Jags are going to win this game. Chiefs-Pats. This is probably one besides the Giants game that I'm going to talk about, and that was because I talked about the Giants so much because I'm a Giants fan, but I'll talk about this one because this is the Sunday night game, the game everyone wants to know. And yet again, another very hard game to predict. Whoever wins this game, I think, is going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. I truly believe that. Even if the Patriots win, even though they'll have 4 wins, right? So there'll only be 1 win behind Kansas City. But I don't know. Listen, this is difficult. Number 1, you're in New England. That does give the advantage to the Patriots a little bit. But remember, Kansas City did beat them week 1 last week in New England. All right, so let's not get that confused. Let's talk about defenses. Both these defenses start off terrible. And both of them have been getting better. The Patriots got way better, like really this. But last week, Kansas City's defense looked really good against the Jags. And granted, I know maybe the Jags' offense isn't that good. They have some injuries, but still, they looked really, really good. Their defense, and even week before against Broncos, their defense didn't look too bad. They held them to win the game. So I don't think Kansas City is definitely not the worst defense anymore. They're probably bottom half, probably like in the 20s. But I don't know. I think they're both pretty equally on defense, but offensively, listen, you have Tom Brady, you have Gronk, all right? You got to respect them, man. When it comes to coaching, of course, Andy Reid is pretty good. He blows it a lot, but he's pretty good. But still, coaching, yeah, if they have the rings, so you can't tuck that against them. And Josh Gordon, they have some good receivers, Edelman. But Patrick Mahomes is looking incredible. Travis Kelce, sorry, Gronk. looks to be the best tight end in football right now. Kareem Hunt is looking incredible. Tyreek Hill is looking really, really good. This team is stacked. They're stacked. That's why I'm picking them. They're going to win this game. It's going to be close. I think the Pats can come away with this one. But I'm not picking against Mahomes, man. He's looking so goddamn good. Who's favored in this game? I'm sure the Pats are, which is ridiculous because they shouldn't be. But I don't know, man. I think the Pats I think the Chiefs going to win this one pretty solid. But I will never, ever, ever doubt Brady and the Patriots. And I would have picked the Patriots if this was like week 1, week 2, or week 3. But man, the Chiefs proved themselves, man, and I think they're gonna win this game. I really think they're that good. The Patriots are really good too, but I think the Chiefs are gonna win this game solid. Last game of the week, Monday night, probably the most boring game to talk about. Green Bay, San Francisco. Both of them are looking pretty bum-like, but one of them has a really, really good quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and legendary, and the other one doesn't. And that's why I'm gonna pick the San Francisco 49ers. No. I ain't picking them. Let's not. Come on, man. Let's not get that confused. I fucked up. Why the hell did I click them? That's a mistake. Behind the scenes fuckery. I fucked up. That was a mistake. I meant to pick the Packers here. Let's get this set up. I meant to pick the Packers. So sorry about that. I do indeed apologize for that. Let's get this back up in action. I do apologize for that. I didn't mean to go with the Packers here. So I just think they have a better team overall. Like, honestly, I just think they do. And Aaron Rodgers is way better. And I think San Fran's the worst team of football right now. So not their fault, injuries, but they're just not looking good, man. They're just not looking good. So they'll have a high draft pick. That's something to look forward to. But going with the Packers here. Although the Packers have been struggling too. And I think if they were playing a good team, I'd probably pick against the Packers. And I don't think the Packers are going to win their division by any means. But I'm still going to go with the Packers here. Obviously, against the 49ers, I think they'll win. So week 6 predictions. I predict the New York Giants to win tomorrow night, and the Falcons, the Chargers, the Colts, the Seahawks, the Panthers, the Texans, the Vikings, the Bengals, the Bears, the Rams, the Ravens, the Jags, the Chiefs, and the 49ers to win in week 6. That is my prediction. I'm sorry I fucked up at the end there. I don't know why it said I was picking the 49ers. I was not doing that, so sorry about that. But that's my predictions overall. I think it's going to be a very tough game to predict, man. Giants and Eagles, anyone could win that. I'm going with the Giants, but anyone could win that one. In the Bears game, not the Bears game, sorry, the Ravens game, the Chiefs game, the Falcons game, the Chargers game, the Colts game, the Seahawks game, the Texans game. Anyone can win those games. So very hard for me to pick some of these games, but those are who I'm going with. So those are my predictions, man. Those are my predictions. So yeah, just hope the Giants win tomorrow. All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys later.